Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the brand new locker code that is also out today, the second locker code of the day, and the fact that it looks as though they're dropping locker codes every 3 hours for Halloween here in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Now, I'm going to talk about how this Halloween event, if you can call it that, can end up being a W, and then the other ways in which it can end up being a pretty strong non-W. And so I'm fascinated to see, if nothing else today, what the content looks like, and also want to talk about what they could drop tomorrow that would improve this Halloween event significantly. So if you want to even call it an event, it's not really that. But before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. We'd really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Obviously, there was already a locker code that dropped this morning that I made a video on earlier, and now they have dropped a new locker code, which is available until 12 o'clock Pacific time, so 2 Eastern or 2 Central, 3 Eastern, and it looks as though they're basically rotating locker codes every single 3 hours throughout the day. I believe the locker codes are located in the Triple Threat Park store. They are right here, as y'all can see. Locker code MyTEAM-HAY6N right now is the locker code, and you can type it in right here. So was it HAY6N? HAY6N. So this should be another free guaranteed deluxe pack. I don't think it'll be a good deluxe pack, but hopefully these locker codes will lead up to the last locker code today being guaranteed diamond deluxe packs. That would certainly be, if nothing else, an improvement. Am I going to get the door game now? So I typed in the locker code and didn't get anything. Okay, here we go. I just hit locker codes again. So if you type it in Triple Threat Park, just go back to the locker codes tab, and it'll give you the door game locker code. The problem is all of these deluxe packs, so far at least that I've seen, are the deluxe packs of pack sets that have like golds and emeralds and stuff like that. So we get a Dunktober deluxe pack there. First one I got a top of the class deluxe pack. Now it's a Dunktober deluxe pack. And none of the deluxe packs I've seen so far have been packs that have just diamonds. So my hope is that this ends up being I have a Larry Nance in my collection that's auctionable, so I'll send that to the auctions. Actually, could be worse, but my hope is that the number one, these locker codes build up to a good locker code at the end of the day that's better than just a basic deluxe pack that doesn't actually sell for anything or do anything, give you any value. So hopefully it builds up to a good locker code, whether that's a guaranteed diamond locker code or something along those lines later on today. That's number one, is that hopefully the locker codes build up, but I would continue to type these in and check every 3 hours. If you're home, just go ahead and check and throw in the locker code, because you might as well. There's nothing to lose from it. Now, in all likelihood, you're probably going to end up like me and get 2 sapphires out of the first 2, or an emerald, or a gold, or maybe a ruby if you're lucky, quote unquote. The problem that I still have with this, and in all honesty, there's no real Halloween content. There's just rotating locker codes every few hours, but the locker codes as of right now haven't been good. So unless the locker codes end up being good, I'm not going to be thrilled about that, to be completely honest. And then the other thing is, like, what else is there to do? There's the trick or treat in the park, and I would recommend, if you have a build, go into the park and do the trick or treat. I mean, I went in there earlier and I got like 20-something thousand MT just walking around to the different trick or treat spots in the park. Simply Grind and dropped a video earlier on his YouTube channel breaking down all of the locations for the trick or treat. So I would recommend going out and doing that. As y'all can see, I don't think it shows the trick or treat spots anymore, but I can look. But there is trick or treat in the park, which can give you VC, which is, I mean, that's the only thing in the park that's useful for my team. But the spots aren't on the ground anymore, but they're like orange glowing trick or treat spots that you might as well go hit and get MT, because or VC I should say, because I got like over 20k VC from doing that. So that's nice, but there's no actual MyTEAM event at all. There's no grindable rewards. All they have is 2 times rep in the Triple Threat Park. I'm sorry, rep doesn't do anything for me at all. I don't know why it's this hard to have a grindable event where you get packs after every single Gwyn, and they're decent packs, like they're sellable packs, for example, or other types of rewards. Archer, stop it. Sorry, my dog's being a butt. Anyways, I don't see why they don't have like sellable rewards that you can earn, or for Halloween. Maybe they'll drop something like this tomorrow. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of free diamond hidden gem tomorrow. But why not a Halloween pink diamond hidden gem that's grindable? That's not a significant grind. That's like a Halloween centered grind or centered challenges. Now, am I asking for too much there? Probably. But at the end of the day, I just don't see why we can't at least have some sort of event, something to grind, something that is rewarding. Even good locker codes, and maybe one of these locker codes today will end up being a good locker code, but as of right now, they have not been. And so I just don't, there's no hype, there's no excitement, there's no motivation to grind this game, and there's nothing, like, they're not taking advantage of something that could be very successful and I think help grow the mode. There's no Halloween event whatsoever at this point. Like, I just don't even see the point. I've been so unmotivated recently to grind my team, to be completely honest. I've barely played the game this week. And the reason for that is because it just doesn't feel like they're giving us anything of real rewards. This week has just been a disaster. The Tuesday content sucked. It's Halloween, and yet we don't get anything cool. And here's the thing. We're going to get one thing cool tomorrow. We're going to get packs with good cards that are going to be unattainable unless you're willing to spend tons of money. If there's not some sort of good grindable reward tomorrow, and I mean something in addition to a diamond hidden gem, something else, something extra, something to grind, something to do this weekend. If there's not something like that, this is just one of the worst weeks of my team all year, to be completely honest. Just a massive failure of one of the more exciting quote-unquote times of the year, and a time that they've done a decent-ish job, at least in the past, of giving us some good grindable content. This year, there's nothing besides waiting every 3 hours for a locker code that in all likelihood is just going to be a gold card. It's just useless. I don't know. The game is just in a state where it's just I don't feel any motivation to grind because there's nothing of real rewards to grind for. I'd rather just spend my time doing other things right now. And for those of y'all who don't have your job as my team, like me, just don't play the game, honestly, right now. I don't think they deserve it. I don't think they deserve our time or our energy. I've been enjoying playing Park. I'll say that. Park feels a little bit more rewarding, a little bit less expensive as well to play. I'm just exasperated of my team at this point. I'm going to keep making content. Y'all know I got y'all covered, but this has just been a slap in the face this week to the MyTEAM community. Nothing of real value whatsoever as an earnable reward. I mean, they did good on Sunday with the Diamond, Jalen Green, Triple Threat Park win rewards, but then Tuesday content was terrible. They're completely blowing off Halloween. And if tomorrow's not an improvement from this is just like one of the worst weeks of the year, because I'm seriously expecting them to drop Wemby tomorrow. And if they drop Wemby, they just made the game more pay to win, with no rewarding grinds this week at all, for a time of the year where we should have some sort of a rewarding grind. I don't know, man. The 3-hour locker codes, I guess, are okay if one of the locker codes winds up actually being a good locker code. But if it's just 3-hour rotating locker codes for deluxe packs that are going to give you gold, sapphires, or emeralds, there's no point. There's no point. I'm just sick of this game. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm totally sick of it, and it's just frustrating. They have done such a poor job this year, execution-wise, and it really is getting on my nerves. Is what it is. Not a successful week. Maybe they'll turn it around tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.